today's video is not going to be that long, but here's what I wanted to talk about. First, I want to talk about this guy right here. Yeah, that's the elf. We are into Christmas, we are into December, and I had mentioned in another video that exactly what I'm going to do in December is I'm going to buckle down, I'm going to get super healthy, I'm going to try to get as healthy as I've ever been, I'm going to restrict my diet quite a bit, and that is kind of what this video is going to be about, exactly what's happened to me in the first few days of trying to restrict my diet and get on the train to really being healthy. And what I wanted to talk about was this, see if I can get him in focus. This little guy right here, this was the destruction in the first week of me trying to diet, into me really restricting my calories. And I want to talk about the reasons why and what actually happened. So I got home the other day and I was really getting pretty hungry, and I was really craving some sweets. And I went to the closet by the front door, and I was looking for this box of Toffifee because I thought they were in there, and they weren't there. And I had this moment of relief where I went, okay, I'm not gonna actually binge. I'm not gonna actually eat anything sweet because the Toffifee is not there anymore. It's been moved. Either the kids ate them all or whatever the case was. But so I was able to go about another half hour, and then I went to go get some bread because I was going to be making some anabolic French toast. And I opened up the bread box, and what was there? This box. That box, the Toffifee, it was there in the bread box. And so I opened up the bread box, and what happened when I opened up the bread box and I opened up the Toffifee box? Well, I actually ran into this scenario. And this scenario, if you've ever had Toffifee or if you've ever had any other kind of candy, this scenario is where you open up the box and there's a tray because somebody's already eaten the first whole tray of Toffifee. And I had a moment of relief there. I had a moment of willpower again where I said, no, it's too much work. Put the cover back on that box. Leave it alone. It's too much work to take that tray off. Well, that lasted about 2 minutes. I turn around, I go back to the bread box, I open up, and I completely rip that tray off, and we get into the Toffifee. And I ate one of those, put it back, and I thought that was going to be the end of it. But no, wait, there's more. Then I realized after I got that taste of sweetness, after I got that sweet tooth, I actually realized, and I went to the cupboard, to the pantry, because what I remembered in the pantry was a box of cereal. It was some sort of Captain Crunch berry, and I'll try to put a picture of it up here on the screen. But we had bought this Captain Crunch the other day, thinking that the kids would probably like it, and they just didn't like it. My son had one small bowl out of that box of Captain Crunch and didn't like it, so we put that box back in the pantry, and there it stayed. So I decided I would actually go, and I would go into the pantry, and I would get one bowl of this Captain Crunch, and I would only eat the one bowl, and I could really be reasonable with it, and I would behave, and I would actually even use almond milk. So if you're talking about the cereal, it's probably around about 130 calories for the one bowl of cereal, and then the almond milk, another 30 calories. I can easily fit that into my macros, no biggie, no problem at all. But the problem was that I ate this one bowl of cereal, I put the box back, and then somehow I went back into the pantry, grabbed the box again, ate another bowl of cereal, put it back, did that 3 or 4 more times until eventually I go into the pantry and literally the box is empty. There's no more cereal left in that box. I had eaten that entire box of cereal. It had only one small bowl out of it. It wouldn't have even been a full serving because I know my kids don't eat a lot of cereal, so when I gave him that little bowl, it would have been just like half a serving or something. So I basically ate an entire box of that Captain Crunch cereal with a lot of almond milk, which, to be honest, turned into actual milk because I ran out of my little carton of almond milk, and rather than taking the time to go downstairs and get more almond milk because I was in the middle of a binge, I actually just went into the fridge and grabbed the 2% milk because that's what I do. I need to get to it quickly. I was in the middle of a binge, so I ate all of that cereal. And I'm actually going to put up on the screen here, once I get done this video, I'm going to go figure out exactly how many calories that entire box was, and I'll throw that up here somewhere just to give you an idea of how much I ate in such a short period of time. We're talking 10 minutes. So the reason why I bring all this up is that for me, one of the things that I'm not able to do, especially when I'm restricting my diet, is I'm not able to eat just a little bit of sweet, just a little bit, just one of these Toffifee. This guy right here, it's not gonna focus for me. Yeah, so that guy right there, I could only eat one of those, and that sent me completely off the rails. What I need to do when I'm really restricting my diet and I've got really low calories is I need to stay away from real sweets altogether. Now, I'm not gonna say that I eat entirely clean, because I don't. I eat a lot of artificial sweeteners, whether that's a little Jello packet or whether that's something else. I have a Diet Pop, or I have some anabolic ice cream that's full of artificial sweeteners. But I do eat those, and that tends to really, really curb my craving. That curbs my sweet craving when I'm looking for something super, super sweet. What I can't seem to do is have a little bit of a treat. I can't have an actual chocolate bar. I can't have an actual Toffifee. I can't have some actual cotton candy or a sucker or anything else my kids might bring home. I need to have that artificial sweetener, because as soon as I have the real thing, that sends me down the road of binging, and that's exactly what happened the other day when I ate all that cereal. Now, if you are watching this video, you're probably going to say that that could be really, really an indication of some unhealthy eating habits, and I recognize that. I know it's not entirely healthy to think that way. That doesn't happen to me once I get back up to maintenance. Once I get eating normally, I don't actually do that. It's really only when I'm in the middle of a really restricted diet that that sort of thing comes into play, that I have to just steer clear of real sugar, real chocolate, those cravings. I have to steer clear of that altogether and just go for the artificial stuff, or else it will go completely off the rails. For me, that also happens with when we're talking about our fats. Now, when I'm really restricting my diet, I can't just have one piece of pizza. That's going to lead to an entire pizza for me. The other thing, I can't have, let's say, some mayo. If I'm having a wrap, I eat a lot of wraps. I can't have real mayo. What I've been doing lately, and this is just another trick, maybe a little bit of a tip, and I'll probably get into more tips that I do in another video, but I've been using Greek yogurt as a base for a sauce. Now, it can add up in calories a little bit, but let's say a half a serving, which is quite a bit of Greek yogurt. It's actually quite a bit more sauce than you'd normally put in a wrap, but half a serving is only 50 calories, and it's packed full of protein. So I'll take that yogurt and I'll actually mix that up with whether it's sriracha or some different spices or some sugar-free barbecue sauce, and I'll put that in my wrap, and it is awesome. But the second I was to go back and instead of using the Greek yogurt and some sort of something to doctor it up, some mustard or something to keep it somewhat healthy and low calorie, if I was to go back and put actual mayo in there, even if it was just a tablespoon, even just a serving, you might find that what I'm doing next is I'm reaching in the fridge and I'm grabbing that whole jar of mayo and I'm just eating right out of the jar. I might not do that. That seems a little bit excessive and a little bit gross. Actually, I probably definitely wouldn't do that. But you get my point, is that I go down the road of just binging and eating those things, and whether it's sweet or whether it's some sort of a fat, I'm not going to have just one piece of pizza. I'm going to have a whole pizza. I'm not going to have just one burger. I'm going to have a bunch of burgers. I'm not going to have just one DQ Blizzard. Those are my real Achilles heel. That is my kryptonite. I'm going to have 3 Blizzards if I order one, so I have to stick to the anabolic ice cream. It needs to be fake. It can't be the real thing. So again, I know that sounds like really, really unhealthy eating habits, and I recognize that, and I want to say that I know that, and I want to say that once I get to where I think I need to be in terms of my weight, where I feel best with my weight, I will revert back to eating more in maintenance and even a little bit of a surplus if I'm looking to get a little bit of a size, not a dirty bulk, but a little bit of a surplus, lean gain sort of thing. And I will be adding in some of those things. I will be adding in those treats. That's probably where I'm going to get some of those extra calories, is having the odd actual chocolate bar, having the odd piece of pizza, or even half a pizza, who knows. But the point is that right now, as I'm restricting, this is the thing that I have to do. I have to completely steer clear of that. If you're able to have a little snack, have a little treat, have the actual thing, that's great. I'm just sharing what works for me and what doesn't work for me, and we're all different, and I recognize that. As I mentioned earlier, this wasn't going to be a really quick video. I just wanted to share that one thought about me binging and eating the actual sugars and what it actually does to me, or what it did to me the other day, as I was kind of thinking about how I was going to recover from that. Did I need to really adjust my calories? We'll get into that into another video, how you rebound from that, how I do anyways, and what works for me when I'm adjusting my calories to get me back on track for the rest of the week. If you like this video, please hit that like button, and if you want to see more of my videos, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification so you get notified every time I put out a new video. This channel is called Matt Finds Fitness. My name is Matt, and I will see you in the next one.